Hey, how are you doing? I'm going to lower the radio. I've been really screwed up in the mind lately. You can figure it out, eh? Screwed up in the mind since the mind is incredible. Even the Mayan are incredible. When you take your mind and you go to another place and you have to come back here on Earth to visualize everything as the truth, very, very difficult, and I'm feeling the after effects right now. I've been more out than I've been in my body now. Everybody thinks it's a mental disorder. Of course it's a mental disorder. It has to do with the brain. Everything has to do with the brain, you know. So sick, what does it mean, sick? For me, sick, it means when you're out of control inside of you, you're sick, you can't control the cold you have. You're sick, you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. So you're a sick person, psychiatric wards. Yeah, they're sick people because they can't control what's in their mind, first of all, because we don't know what's in our mind. Oh my God, it's in my mind. I'm having a panic attack. We don't know. The effect of all these is because what we tell ourselves. We teach ourselves to be sick. We worry about everything. First of all, number one, in this world, it's a money world. It's a money world. One of the reasons is if it doesn't zigzag, okay, inside the home of the angels, what happens is the east-west lines all disappear. Now, if you ask me, what does it mean for all the east lines to disappear? Well, if this was an east-west life, this line here goes away and this line here goes away, because this is the meaning of life. 11, 11, 11, 11. We're boxed in just like horses. God does everything on this angle, okay? 45, 22 and a half, okay? So there really isn't any more to take away than the corner here. So when you chop off a corner on a square, you get a stop sign. And this is the world we live in, the world of the stop. How do I know? Do I think I'm right? Do I want to be egotistical and say, hey man, I know I'm right? Do I think I'm right because of who I am? I think I'm right because of what it's all about. I know I'm right because I've calculated all the differences and I found out it keeps falling back into the same place. Now, if you want to know how life came to order and about the dinosaurs, I haven't studied that. In order for me to do something concrete, it's easier for me to sit down with people because I can concentrate. Although I'll spread off, I'll come back. Yeah, it's not an easy task. So the beginning of life for me, okay, would be Elvis Presley. Okay, he was showing all the hip movement. Okay, that hip movement is an added feature for man. All our bones are added features. Okay, the only bone we ever had, okay, was this bone. Gardens, cocktail. Mother Nature, female, yellow energy, tomatoes, carrots of diamonds. Tomatoes and carrots of diamonds and leaves, aloe vera in the back. Aloe vera, all of life. Aloe vera, okay, is one of the very special plants, and I haven't studied in it, so I'm just going to tell you what's on the top of my mind. The elements of pasteurization comes naturally into the ground, okay? The ground is seeded and it grows fruits, and from that fruit, okay, it drinks the God, the water, the fountain of youth of God, okay? And in there are the elements of the seed and the elements in the water of what each seed needs, okay? Very important, the water. So when that aloe vera comes out, it's very watery, and it's subtracted from the earth certain elements that we can normally not get. That's why aloe vera is so good for you. In fact, there's a new drink that came out. I think it's made by a Greek company. It's in a square bottle. I bought it in Saint Janvier at a little dépanneur. I think it's Sejour, right next to across the street from Subways, and it's the most fantastic drink I ever tasted. It was like little bubbles inside the aloe vera. Anyways, to get back to Elvis Presley and the cocktail, okay, is because, like I said, it's the cock's tail is the only thing that can stand hard with no bones. We got a boner, but there ain't no bone in it. Okay? The ER is the Electronic World Angel Resident, EAR, standing for the ear. Okay? Electronic Angel Resident, RAR, RU. Well, it's the AR, it's in the ear, the angel resident. And you'd say, well, how does he live in your ear? Well, how are you living? There's something in your brain is working, you're thinking, you're listening, you're understanding, so therefore there's something alive in there. No, we're complete. We're all alive. Everything is alive. My hands are sweating. I didn't ask them to sweat. I didn't ask my brain to do this. I didn't ask my beard to grow. I open my eyes, I see. I don't want to see. I want to open my eyes and see nothing. It doesn't happen. You open your eyes or you close your eyes. When you close your eyes and you go to sleep, you enter into the realm of the angel world. It's very important that you get in there, okay? And one of the reasons, I'm not sure how it works, REM sleep, but one of the reasons for REM sleep is the same reason for 4, 5, 6 on the telephone. Although I'm telling you each square in the telephone has a value of 25, okay, it also has the value of 15 because it equals 6 man, and all the corners of beta, east, west, north, and south, are all even. So what that stands for is 6, 6, 6, 6, 24 hours in the day. So now what you got to do, okay, if you have the same 24 hours in the day, we're going to break it up to 90 degrees. So now that same area is now each worth 90. It's the 90 angle that takes us to the 690, to the 990, and over to the 12 o'clock, which makes us 360 degrees. And in order to get that, we also have to call that the angle of 18. And the reason for the angle of 18 is because 4 18s make 72, and 72 times 5 degrees is 360 degrees around, so we got a day. And again, when I told you about 6 before, and I'll tell you how I got the 6, besides the 24-hour day, is the 15 minutes of every 15 minutes is 15 minutes after the hour, and they all connect to the beta world, north, south, east, west, the cross of Jesus. All the numbers connect, and they all have their own specific reason. Now, we're getting back to the cocktail, okay, is because the cock has a tail. At the end of your ass, there's a tail on there. There's a nerve ending. We have orgasms. Isn't that what happens? I don't know exactly where it is. I haven't studied. I know if I studied, I'm going to find it because everything's in order. God's office is in order. He says, show me, son. I says, okay, I show you. Oh, you're telling me a story. When I show him a straight line, I'm telling him a story just like you're writing a story. But when I show him the telephone with my numbers 333, now we show him the universe to make the story. Elvis Presley, L, electronic life, okay? L, the letter L, okay, is the 12th letter in the alphabet, and 1 and 2 is 3 for creation. L in French means she. This is a vice, okay? A vice is something that you squeeze something together. So our vice is her. We're squeezed in the beta world. I know there's a better explanation for this because I don't like it myself, but that's the way it goes. Not only that, Elvis is LV, the Lost Vegas. Lost Vega. Vega. AGA. Angel, God, angel. Angel, God, angel. That's God. You see, angel, God, angel would mean the angel God and the angel beta. Because he put 2 E's in there, you have to take the second E and put it into a positive letter count, which the positive letter count for A would be B, 1 over 1. Okay, that's why 1 is so important, because everything has to go with 1. Now, what goes with 1 in the letter alphabet is A, would be the first letter, and then we would have R, which would be the second letter. A is the first letter, R is the 18th letter, which equals the 9th letter. 8 and 1 is 9. They both start with the A first. They're the only 2 that start with the A first. Okay? And on your typewriter, the ER is right next to each other. So if the ER is next to each other in your typewriter, what you have is E, you have the letter R, which is E-A-R. You have the ear again, on the typewriter. Now next to that is the T. Ear, T, ert. Without saying anything with the T, don't add anything onto the T right now, okay? Because the T is the 20th letter. It stands on its own. It's already a combination of letters. So just say T. So E-A-R-T. And just below the T, okay, on the typewriter is the H. So right away you can say the whole word E-A-R-T-H right on your typewriter. Elvis, the vice. The other thing for the L, angle, okay, is because on your tic-tac-toe, okay, you can turn the corners in and out. Okay, now I'm going to show you two things. Okay, you see this one over here? Okay, this box. Well, turn these the other way. It becomes this. Okay, it was turned backwards. So now you split it up between the four corners and the inside of beta world, all these angles of Jesus Christ. And that's how you get the 8 heaven. Okay, you get the 9 birth because the 9 comes out of here, the birth. Every single odd number ends up fitting in the center here because it's man's creation on earth. Although the odd numbers are all on the outside, okay, all the numbers are on the inside for creation. Okay, Elvis, okay, if you put it together, it looks like this W. In fact, I'll try and draw it a little bit so you can see it. Okay, that's basically LV. It says LV, but in between the two sides, the two slashes, you see in between, hold on a second, let me find it. No. Oh yeah, here. Where is it? Here. These two slashes, okay, are over here. They slash both ways. They cross over and create the X. At the first time you have the angle here and the angle here. Now I'm going to show it to you another way. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. Where am I? Come on. You guys want to see. Okay, now you see that M. Okay, so with that M, there's an X in it. At the same time, I'm going to have to break it apart for you. Okay, and show you what it is and how it works. And here it is. Okay, here's the letter M. Extended in the center. 1, 2, only 2. Alphabet, 2 by 4. This is a 2 by 2 design. Man's world is 2 and 4. So anyways, this stick and this stick. This stick on this side, this stick on this side. The V in the center, the V in the center. But if you notice, this stick, okay, would be writing the N. This stick would be writing the Z. Z and N total 40. 41, 39. 41, 39. When I show you 41 and 39, it says you're on boardwalk and you're in the Mediterranean. Now, according to what I understand, is that because of the color of the Mediterranean, the color of the eyes of the cat, that's the beta mother. Okay, so you're in the ocean. Okay, you've been reborn again. Salt has something to do with this whole thing. But the thing is, I keep saying, how can it be 8? 8's an even number. How can it be 8? If we're going to God's world, then we have to be out of Beta's world. So wouldn't we go to 2? But 2 in the design is up. So let's see what happens if we go down to 8. How did we get 8? Well, we got 8. I'm going to try and show you how we got 8. Oh, there's so many ways. How did we get 8? You see this X here? There's 4 corners. There's 4 holes in each center. Okay? 4 and 4 is 8. The inside one is beta world, the outside one is God world. That's how we got 8. So now if we drop through the 8 hole, we'd be dropping through this hole here down to here. Okay? This is upside down. This is down. This one's pointing out. You see it up and down, the 2 B's, showing the hourglass, right? This is flat on the ground. So if we drop down to 8, okay, into God's world. Why 8? Okay, because I told you, we can go across here. It's a triangle sitting pointing up. It's a delta exit. Don't you see the delta exit? It's just not marked off as delta because it's open downstairs. But an expression would say it closed. So this is a delta exit. Okay, so you drop from here to here, and that would be exit 88 because this position is 5 man, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1 times 8. And then God has to come from the world from underneath. Okay? God will come from the world underneath. Hold on a second. Here. You see this world now? Take a look. I didn't draw it properly, but this over here should show home plate. Okay? It should show home plate in baseball. And if you notice, hold on a second. Yeah, it should show home plate in baseball. Okay, if you notice, 11, 11. It's the exit corridor that creates the 11 on the walls. Okay, so now if you count God upside down, this area here also becomes an 8. It becomes 88. And I don't know if you've ever seen this design before. It's 2 hearts, 1 spade, 1 heart over each other. Okay, creating the 8. That's a spade and a heart. A black spade and a red heart. What color will that make? Because that's the color of birth. A black and a red would make a bloody purple of some sort. And that's our rebirth in the heavens. Yeah, so that's how that works. What else is there in here? There's numbers in here. I turned this over. I put that there. What number would end up? XV11, X10, 21, 31. Okay, right. Okay, let me show you how this works now. Okay, with numbers. Okay, we're going to just do a simple vision. Okay, the X is 10. Okay, plus the 11 corridor, 21. Right, plus the V, closure, 5, 26. 10, 21, V is 26. Okay, now that makes a total of 26. 26, 2 and 6 is 8. You're at the exit door, 8, 8, 8. 88, 8, 8, 8. And you have to do it like the cross. I don't know if you ever seen this in Pai-Gow poker with the checkers. You have to make the 888 like the cross. 888 and 888 equals 1776. Independence of the USA, and all the numbers lead starting by, it started yesterday, but on the 7th of November till the 11th of November is a danger zone. April 4th to 10th is a danger zone. And the day of freedom is October 4th, 2014, 5775. And one of the things for that is, I just wanted to show you this. You see this? I'm going to show you something. Look. 7-O-U. L-U-J. And you understand what it says? L12 equals 3. U21 equals 3. J equals 10. Okay? And when you have the J equals 10, or you can make it a C, a J equals 10 means the cross of Jesus. 289. And 289. Collected a bunch of them. During the time I was collecting these license plates, just like that off my car, I go park and I get a parking spot. And I'm not even thinking about this, okay? What spot did I get? X666. Why is it the X? Because the X makes the V's to put the 666 in between. The third X, the last 6, is the spirit 6. You don't need the spirit 6 anymore. 666 is good enough. You're up in heaven now. You've got the 9 rebirth. The last 6, the fourth 6 makes 24. It means you're coming to earth. See, 2 6s say 12. With each roll the queen. Okay? The 12th card in the deck. And 1 and 2 is 3. And the next 6 would be 18. 6, expression number of God. Okay, it's an even number. It expresses the beta world. That's all. It's that simple. 8, it's an even number. Expresses the beta world, but it's all God's. But everything starts counting when you get to 10. And 10 on roulette is black. And it expresses the beta world at 2 and 8 and 4 and 6. Now when you get to a number like a 12, okay, it expresses the creation birth, which is 2 odd numbers making what looks like an even number because it's dividable, but 12 is no more even than any other odd number I've ever seen. 12 is 3 and it means creation, okay? And the piano shows you all the ways and all the reasons. Music, you know why these guys in music keep rising high and take the drugs and whatever it is, they're high on life? Because, oh my God, everything is in the music. With every note they create, it's because they're telling themselves a story that they don't even know. But they do know it because they're singing the words, some of them. The other ones have it so destined in their heart. They're patting on the drums or beating on the drums and playing on the guitar, jumping up and down. Where do they get that energy from? Oh my God, the Word of God is so strong. Oh boy, baby, that Word is so strong when you're on earth. I don't know what it's like if I was an angel, but on this earth it's so strong. Why is the only glare in this room on my face? Are my hands glaring? On my face, yes. Reflection of the light. I just thought I was bright. So much. I don't even know where to go. Yeah, Elvis Presley. Okay, just to say it one more time, I want a cigarette before this ends. Elvis Presley is the vice of life. It's a civil life. L-E-L-V-I-S. Civil. Backwards. Elvis says civil. Life of the Lost. Lost Vegas. L-V. L is female. V means life. Okay? Elvis. Life. Elvis Press. Okay? P is the 1/6 spirit of the angel resident of the electronic world. Life. E-Y, electronic angel. The Y is the electronic angel. It's the 25th letter connecting to the beta world, okay, and the 5 ring, okay. The beta world, okay, connects to the 4 corners of God, giving her the energy to use the 5 ring in her world. She gets to open up the door. Elvis Presley is the opening up the door of the female angel, and that's why he was so fantastic. And let's just take a letter count of E, electronic world, and P, 1 spirit of 6-man angel. 5 and 1 is 6. Dot 6. 6 and 6 is 12. 12 is 3. He had an angel inside of him, just like most of us. In fact, not just like most of us. In fact, all of us have angels inside. Our tail is tucked into our butt end. The other tail is in the back of our head. But have you ever watched your cat walking lately? When he walks, his tail's straight in the air like this while his body's doing this. What angle does he have? The L angle of beta. Watch as he curls his tail is how he's thinking. Okay? If his tail curls in, he's thinking of the universe, which is probably the best thing because it's a spiraling effect collecting information all the time. The curling tail of the pig, the communication wire, the transfer current of a light, because in most lights you'll see a curling iron, right? Iron that curls, a spring-like thing that brings the light. Light. Life. You see the I world, I'm still mixed up. I know it's the 9th, but the I world means birth and birth, I think. One is birth in the heaven, one is birth on the earth. So everything is paired up in this world. And if you look at the cards, even the picture cards, okay, you see everything but the feet. You see everything but the feet. Feet'll keep you walking. That you know is nice. He will feed you walking. But that's about it. So I'm not going to show the feet. You see the hands. Yes, the toes point in the right direction. If your toe points in the right, okay, the bottom part of the body is some kind of expression of God. It's the oceans. I mean, you cut your legs off, right? You know what's funny? The outside of you basically is the leg, right? So if you cut your legs off, what's the first thing that hits the ground? It's your dick. It's your pointer stick. Your pointer stick, when it sees something it likes, it knows when to stand up. Okay? Like I said about Elvis Presley, and where's that bottle I was playing with? And the garden cocktail, because the cock is a tail, okay? All animals have it. We see it. The garden, okay, is God's angel, which is beta, angel resident, but it's a small r. So the small r, okay, if you look at it, it shows an L or a 1, okay? It says gal, because we're all gals. C, D is, you see, the long letter I, the E. They all split up, okay? Here's the cock, tail. Cock's tail is the chicken's tail, it's the rooster. He's got yellow feet and a red cone. So we know the spirit is in the air, and the energy of beta is in the ground, the soul in the sky, S and S. So they represent the both, and that's why the churches have the chickens on top. And they have moon, which represents a quarter moon, most of them have. And that's because man is worth a quarter. And that's why when you go to these mosques, and they put a moon on the roof, well, it represents a quarter. What, are you against the mosque? If I explain to you every single religion, okay, and why they wear what and why they do what, they must understand too, because they're going against certain grains. But every religion, it's all related to back to the same original 10 commandments. Okay, the chicken on the roof, the moon on the roof, the way that the mosques are designed. The only thing wrong with the whole thing is the input of man, what he put in at the end, when he had to start deciding and money came into the effect. You know, when they were building, it was one thing, and when they, you know, and building in love is one thing, and then the money is on the other side. The money is part of life. The design of the dollar is part of life. The numbers and the colors of the bills is the design of life, because in Canada the $10 bill is purple. Purple is a birth number, and it belongs to 9. Mediterranean sea color, birth number, belongs to 9. There's 3 moons, so there definitely must be at least, what? Can there be 7 colors that pass through Pluto? No, there can't be 7 colors that pass through Pluto. Why? Because it's a birth transfer station, okay? And only what can give birth and transfer will come over. Spirit comes over another way. Everything comes over a different way. Anyways, okay, that's it for now. I can probably do another 12 hours, but take care, guys. You know, another brick on the wall, I don't need one, because the next brick on the wall puts me up in heaven. And the only thing that looks like a brick is a coffin. So if you see that last brick on the wall, 37, I'm in love, because love is heaven. And we all want to go. And we always want to go to places we love, don't we? Right? Don't we want to go to a place we love? Well, Disney World. Elvis Presley and the cocktail juice. Mox Clamato juice. Oh, I started to show you that thing with the M. You know, I want to get back to it before I end it. The M, which most people don't look at. Where is it? Oh, yes. Okay. You see the nice, where is it? Here? See this M here? Makes the X. Well, take a look at it, okay? Take a look at it. It's a number 1. It's a connecting line that creates the 1, okay? And when it comes back, it recreates the delta. So when it recreates the delta, you'll notice, okay? When it recreates the delta, you'll have delta, delta. So it keeps transforming, letters keep transforming, and they fit together. Part of the N fits into the M. The only 2 that really don't fit together are the cross lines, okay? I mean, it's only the X. I mean, the X, is taking, when you take the X, right, it's taking the N and it's taking the Z. Now, the X is the 24th letter, which is man in heaven. N and Z are 14 and 26, which is 40, which is the 40 steps of life. In fact, it's 36 and 4. I think because the first 4 angles of God belong only to God, okay? The 1 card, first ST. The 2 card, second ND. The 3rd card, third RD. So now they're all odd because they're all different letter explanations. Okay, the 4th card, fourth, TH. All different. Now when you go to the fifth card, the fifth, okay, is also TH, but it's the second part of the TH coming off the 4. So the first 4 belong to God. Okay? Now if you read the N, ST, ND, RD, first, second, third, standard. That's what it says. Standard. Why do I put the A before the R? Because I told you. N, stan, R, because of R. So now you have standard. Now, okay, you can do the standard, okay, you stop there and you take TH. TH runs from 4 all the way to 20th, okay, but when you get from 4 to 5, okay, the 4 is the first original of God, but when you get to 5, okay, it's a passage, and the passage is only made for the beta world. So when you want to say 4th and then 5, you don't say 5. You say 5th. You put an F in there. You change the B to an F, now you got a 5th. You got a fag, because in the beta world you got a man in the center creating. What do you mean you got a man in the center? Well, it's an odd number. God's an odd number. So 5, okay, is actually the first, okay, of the TH beginning in the beta world because of changing the V to a 5th. Because the V is the 22nd letter, 2 and 2. It's an even number, but it belongs to God. It belongs to, it's God for the beta world, but it belongs to God because it's a 2 and 2 angle. The 2 this way and the 2 this way. The 2 dice, put them on 2 different angles, it'll create an X inside it. You can put them over each other. Okay? Now, you have 6th. 6th is the second part of the second level, but it's the first part because it continues on from its X to the TH to make 6th, not like 5th, which is changed from 5th to 5th. Then you have 7th, which is the second one. Then you have 8th, which is the third one. Now you have the trinity of THC. Time, heaven, creation. THC. The element of life. Then you have 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. But when you start to get to 12th, you say to yourself, well, 12 equals 3, which is the queen. Bat mitzvah for a girl. Now you get the 13th. 1 and 3 is 4. Is the angle of beta, which equals to the angle of God. 1 and 3, 2 odd numbers. Make it even in beta. Man has a bar mitzvah. 15, 16, sweet 16. Why? The one spirit of 6 man is because of the 3 and 3 islands he connects. 3 Jesus, 33 Christ. Right? The islands that connect. Then you can go to 19th, which is the one spirit of birth. The one spirit of birth means you're connected to a spirit. And that equals to 10. And those are your 10 commandments of life. Did you get what I'm saying? They break down, everything breaks down in categories. You get 10 and 10. So if I had to break that down in categories, I would have 640 different parts of life. Okay? I'm not going to count the 5 position. Well, if I counted all the positions, inside, outside, I'd have, you see the corners only count for a half on a stop sign. So that would be 2 corners. And then you would have the cross Christ would be 4. That'd be a total of 6 men. 2 and 4 is 6 men. It just always comes out to the same thing. So how much would I have? I'd have 80, 90, 90, 90, 90. I come up with 720. So that comes out to maybe 720 RPM on your car. We're going to stop it here. I can go on forever. It's insane. It's insane. But the core of this whole thing is based on Trinity. And once you repeat Trinity, which is this, the X. Trinity is the X. Okay? Because it's the Y. Because it's the YXY. XYZ. It just... from N to Z, it's just... Anyways. Anyways, Trinity, yes. Trinity creates the back skin of your hand, knitting it together. That's how this whole big ball of wax is connected. Trinity in the ear with your spirit, like I told you. It's all in the ear, my friend. Just because you see out here, if you would just take these eyes and put them back in your head, okay, you would understand how you're actually... Wouldn't you like to be the size of an ant, go in your head and run your own body and not feel anything? Deaf, dumb, and blind kid, shark plays a mean pinball. Because the ball's in her head, my friends. The ball's in your court. 45-45. That's how she runs. Imagine if you were right in there. Okay? Now, how easy is it to play from right in here? You play the video games, you try and drive, but you're too close to the action in here. Or you're too far away from the action, you can't act. But when you bring the vision up front, divide it between who knows. And you have, oh, Movember! Movember! Oh my God, the angle of the angel of life. Move, bear. Move, bear. Why did the bear move over? What's blocking? What's wrong with the prostate? Okay? We have three colors. We have yellow, we have red, we have blue. One of the systems is not functioning properly. We have to find which one of the colors they are. Then they run in combinations of colors. So you have to find out if it's between the combinations of colors or coming from one color in particular or a combination that is screwed up. The prostate. Prostate. 8. Late. Bait. Fate. It's your fate. It's your fate. Prostate. How close is that to the tailbone? We must connect the tailbone. The spine, it goes inside of us and around. We're like bridled up like a horse. Okay? So all these things run up and down our spinal cord, and the prostate is behind the boner that we talked about before. And it's the only system that can get hard. So you need the heart in your system for some sort of transport and energy. It grows and it blocks, so the energy can't be transported. Then you say we have the cancer white blood cells. Okay, so white blood cells, would they fill up? And they would build into red, and the new white ones come, building into red, building into red. Now it seems like the white ones are hungry. They're not getting enough from God, a new spirit from God. So the white blood cells become less, so they become stronger. So they kill the red blood cells because they need the same food that the spirit is not sending. So it causes what they call a cancer in this life. We all know we go to the can to sear the shit that we put away. And our body works the same way as these people who are doing alchemy and the chakras, the Jesus cross, anything to do with the Jesus cross, you're okay. Anything to do with the cross here or the cross here, you're not okay. Because those are both God's islands. 1 and 3 creation. What did he create? Oh my God. Here he created, oh my God, here he created, oh my God, here he created, oh my God. You know the biggest word of God is? Okay, he says queen bee all the time. La 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 la, happy birthday, sweet 16. La la. Do you know why they're saying la 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 la? First of all, do it. The tongue bounces off the top. Hits the bottom, bounces off the top, and all it's doing is bouncing up and down. Every tongue movement, the placement of the tip of the tongue, wherever that goes, okay, it's a different sound, and you can control the vibration of it, and it'll create a letter inside. So La, L is the 12th letter, 1 and 2 is 3, A is the first letter, 3 and 1 is the angle of God, but it means the L is the angle of the queen. So it would be the queen bee in the center 5 position, right? She's 2, she goes in the center of 5. 2, beta, has her own 5 hole, and she's a female. Okay? So La means queen, angel, queen, angel, queen, angel. La 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 la, queen, angel, queen, angel, queen, angel. Happy birthday, sweet 16, one spirit of man. 16, sweet 16, S and W, Spirit W, LB Las Vegas, Elvis Presley, W, Beta Creation, into life, birthday, Beta. There's so many things we can do with them. Oh my God, that was really cool. I grew big on the screen, my face, and then it just shrunk for some reason. Wow, 40 minutes. I never made a video of 40 minutes, but it'll only give me 5 anyways, right? I don't want to see 5 minutes on my video. I did 40, I want to see 40. I did 4 videos of 40 minutes, and I haven't had one that come out more than 5 yet. I have to laugh about it. Because if you don't learn to laugh, your suspension stays cramped inside of you, okay? And the pieces start to rust because we're made of water. And there's elements of iron and everything else, ferrite, all kinds of metals inside of you. So you don't have to laugh. The vibrations of the bubbles keep everything alive. Okay, I'm making this all up. Sure, I'm making it up. But it all makes sense to me. Because I know how we're made. I know how it works, the system. And I've worked in so many different places in my life that it makes sense. And I didn't make a point. I didn't make a penny. But I made a point. Sometimes a point is better than the penny. When you're playing sports, every point counts, right? But in life, does every penny count? In creation, if you lose 1 cent, everything falls. So if you're not 100%, and that's what the world is about, the one spirit, okay, what I'm saying is 100 is 3 parts. The one, third level God, spirit, okay, of the 0, 2, and 8, which would be Venus and Neptune, and 4 and 6, which is Mars and man. So now you have to ask yourself, women are from Venus, because that's where the mother is from, and men are from Mars. Why? Because the 2 angel is the mother angel. The 4 angel is the 4 angles, okay? It's the angel of the mother angel, which is the connection angle of man 4, which is Saturn, okay? And then we have Neptune. And the reflection, like on a card, when you look at a card, this reflection would be saying, here I am, 3 Earth, here I am, 7 Uranus. In the middle is the 1 connect that we don't see. The ace is hidden in every single card. How do we know the ace is hidden? You see these lines, okay, that go straight across, the feet? The only time you get a footing off of a triangle, okay, is when it's sitting on the bottom. So if it's sitting on the bottom, it needs 2 legs to stand. In fact, it needs 4 legs to stand the right way, okay? But triangular, you take out 3 aces, you put them together, and see what design comes up. It's really cool. It comes out to a 3D, almost like the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, so the ace is almost in everything, and they don't show you the center of the card. You don't see the center of the card. You just, like I said, you just know it from here. But the ace only starts showing up, right, in the Jack, Queen, King. Ace. That's all. And when you have the angle of the ace never looks like an ace. It looks like a 4 when you look at the corner of it. And it looks like the core because it was the angles of God, which is the 4 angles, that created the pie. The thing is, in the ace, okay, the ace is the X, okay? I told you, N and Z lines. N and Z lines. And what happens? Is beta came in. East, west, north, south. The angles. All the angles come in. So when the angles come in and they go around, they create 4 aces. 2 upside down from each other, 1 face to face, and it's a pyramid. The center becomes a pyramid, okay, with 4 pieces and 4 pies, okay. At the same time, it can also be a picture frame, okay. But not only that, at the same time I'm showing you this, what happens to this design, how can I explain it? Like I told you, here's the feet of delta, the 2 feet of delta. Right away you know you have an ace because the feet are standing. Delta. Top, bottom, both God. standing on its own, standing on its head, braced, okay, by the lines of Beta and the cross of Jesus, okay, and the cross of Jesus. And now you connect our world together. Does the ace have a face? Anyways, I know I was a little in and out on this. Okay, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. I'm trying to show you everything. It never stops. It doesn't stop unless you saw it from the beginning. It just never stops. Not for me, because I just keep learning. And you want to know just one piece of the mustache? One of the reasons I figured it out for Movember is because the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Spades and the Jack of Hearts both have mustaches. The Jack of Spades, okay, and the Jack of Hearts connect at the belly, okay. Connecting at the belly means connecting at the prostate, okay. Now that number 5 hole over there is from the heart, okay. It's a little bit different for a man than a girl, but that's what it shows. Something about the prostate and the central core. Okay, it shows you 2 sides, maybe your 2 balls. I'm not quite sure what it is. Anyways, I wasn't looking to show you this mustache, but I'm almost 100% sure if you take the month of November with Movember, Shom FM, because I'm hearing it from them, just from the words that they speak, just from these words, I'm quite sure we can pinpoint something that's wrong, okay? Or how to fix the wrong if they already know it. I told you, the red, all the blood cells, whatever it is, everything comes from God. White is part of a background, okay? In fact, when I do this video, there is nothing. What would happen if I remove everything behind me? What would you see? If I just left my face here, what would you see? You would see until what? Until you can't see anymore? But what can't you see anymore when you're not seeing anything in between anyways? You can't see the difference. So what happens to our vision? Doesn't it focus to the center of our nose? That's why when the policeman says, "Are you drunk, sir?" "Oh yeah, but look at this. I can touch my nose and walk." You can touch your nose and walk because you're still connected to the 2 worlds. Hello. It goes in the nose and around the eyebrows. Everything is in and around. We have shapes. When we get older, the shapes show up. Okay? So you know right away, okay, the lines. You know what's going on. You know there's hair coming out of your nose. I started growing a lot of hair on my ears, just like my cats. And I got a tail. Man has more than 1 tail. The heart has definitely 1 point in life, okay, and 2 bubbles. And out of 1 bubble, this part here would be the top of the apple. The sun kiss, that would be our heart. Okay, so I gotta stop. Did I tell you about the number 1? The number 1 is created by taking the 3-corner position and coming down to the center, which is the 5 hole, and connecting the 3 islands that go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, what do you mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? That's right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 8 days a week. Yes, 8 days a week. It goes in one side, out the other. We're also running on 313s because there's the 3 islands, okay? The 1 spirit, the 3 islands, and then there's the 6. Or why aren't we saying with the 6, the 1? Because the 6 is intertwined. The 6 of Beta is intertwined. It's this way and this way, creating the I-land. The I-land, that man goes around and connects the same creation as the ships in Star Trek. So what you have now is you have the east-west lines of the Beta world, 3 and 3, which if you go 3 and 3, all actuality, it shows you 11. But now, the passages of God shows you 11. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1, 1, 1. Now, you have it this way, and you have it this way. So 1, 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1 equals 2, 2, 2. You have 4 sides to a dice. You have 2 dice. 8, 8, 8, and 8, 8, 8 equals 1776. Of the one spirit of man, which is dice in between, that's what it counts for, which equals to 1776. One spirit of man, 1 and 6 to 1776, 1792. Now our original figure was 1, 1, 1. So now what we have to do is the 3 worlds of 7. 3 times 37 is 111, the same answer. Now what we do with these ones is 1, 1, 1 and 1, 1, 1 was what? 2, 2, 2? Okay. 1792 and 2, 2, 2, 2014. In the 3rd month. Why the 3rd month? The month of the March. The March of the ants. The Easter eggs are coming. Okay? That's why it has to start in that month. So the month becomes October. The month of the ants, March, which would be Earth, would reverse to October. 7 months later, Uranus, and that's how the two connect. That's why we get October. Now Mars is stated for Venus, is the beta world female, and men are from Mars, which means everybody here. Okay, so therefore we have the 4th day of October because of Mars, March. You know what I'm saying? It all connects. And 2014, well, that's the beta world of the one Spirit of God, which is the angle of the red carpet right in between where my fingers are right here. It's area 25 in the beta world, okay, which is a quarter, which is the 2 antlers on the Canadian coin, the beavers on the nickel, the penny's got leaves. Leaves are communication. Leaves are life, covering up your private parts. And we definitely are privates. P16R, angel resident, I for the I birth of the V life. 8, 8s and 8s and grapes and dates, for sure. Take care now. The date is 11:43. I'm all in 100% for Movember and any other research that's going on. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, it would be a lot of fun to try and do something that counts. Whether or not I make a success, that doesn't matter. It does not defeat the purpose, whether I succeed or not. My purpose is to try. Once I try, I'm okay. And if I try hard, that's okay. How hard will I try? As hard as I could. Will I ever get to 10? No. I'll never get to 10. You never get to 10 on earth. Okay? 10 is love. And that's a joining of you and your angel. Perfection. So I try and I try and I try, and as high as 9 goes, I'll take that 1/3% and work with the Spirit forever. Because it's the 10% of my mind that connects to 100% of the matrix. On the 5 key, that leaves me with 110% TV. Okay, life is 45, it leaves me with Fox. Man is 6, it leaves me, I think, is that CBC, CFCF, 3636. Creation of life, CFCF. Baseball teams. Hey, there's a coffee in the room. I've been here for an hour already. I hope this whole thing doesn't come out altogether, because now I'm not sure anymore because I'm having too much fun. Gold, diamonds, piano, numbers. Listen, when you got one system, there's not much. I mean, I can go off in one area and go off in another area. I implement additions and add-ons to systems. They put apps, I put add-ons. They put add-ons, they accept the pop-ups, I don't accept the pop-ups. I just have to jiggle everything around. Jiggle, jiggle. We are 7-Up. The red spirit of the green light. 7-Up. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, McDonald's, all counts. I'll do my best. So like I said, the 4th of October, 2014, I'm hoping for the best of everybody. Stay confident. Okay? Eventually, if there's enough of us pushing the way towards the right angle, okay, once we connect, we'll all be aces, because right now we're just all asses. Okay? S and C, spirit connect, spirit create, spirit communication. What else is there to say? I'm living in the dream world. If you think this was good, I think I was a bit low on the whole scene, except for a few moments. Tennis speaks of love, fishing, salmon, Arctic. Oh my God, what's going on in the world with the Arctic? Oh my God, the crack of that glacier. It's sort of like a reminder from the movie A Day After Tomorrow, with the crack of the glacier in the Antarctica. It's telling a story of time. I mean, oh yeah, look, it cracked 100 years ago. Do you understand what's happening now? It's a movement, it's a transfer. It's a transfer of the energy. It's going to melt. It's an energy that's been frozen in the ice. When they say, do you want to freeze in hell forever? Well, guess what? Part of those frozen in hell have now broken off, and they have another lease at life. So if the frozen angels have a new lease of life, why not the ones who are still alive and walking? Why don't we have a new lease on life? Why are the angels living below the ocean floor, below the ocean floor, below the ocean floor, opening and closing the ocean floor, causing tsunamis in this world? Because that's the way it has to be. Tuna and me, tsunami. You ain't friends with the fish. If you ain't friends with the fish, you're not friends with the Jesus fish, you're not friends with Jesus. That means you're doing the wrong things. God has to come out and correct the world. Tsunami.